Hola muchachos, today we're going to talk about the difference between por y para. Por versus para. Let's start with para. Para, think of para as being a point. Like point A to point B. Now, with that in mind, think of it as being a destination. So, para is a destination, a goal. And you can see we have an acronym here, perfect, purpose, effect, recipient, future, employment, comparison, toward. Para points to all of those. Let's take a look. Purpose. Purpose in order to. So, yo estudio para sacar buenas notas. Your purpose is to get good grades. So you study. So your end result is going to be good grades. Effect. The effect that something has on something else. Voy a la universidad para ser profesor de español. So you go to the university, you study, and what's your end result? You want to become a professor of Español, Spanish professor. So that's your effect. That's the effect that studying has on you, and it is your end result. It's your destination. Recipient, la persona o entidad que recibe algo. Este regalo es para ti. So it's your birthday, and somebody gives you a gift. That gift's destination is you. You get the gift. So think of the person as being point A and you as being point B. There's a straight line and you receive that gift. So we use para for that. Future. So if we're talking about dates, like if a certain homework assignment is due on a certain date, para mañana, para el lunes, esta tarea es para mañana y el proyecto es para el lunes. Then we're going to use para as well because those dates are, well, like point B. So you did your homework and they have to be turned in on that specific date. It's almost like it's their destination. Employment. Trabajo para un restaurante chileno. So you do your work, and the work you do is almost like a gift you give to the restaurant. So the restaurant's on the receiving end of your work. Trabajo para un restaurante. Trabajo para Google. Trabajo para mi familia. So you're going to use para in that situation. Let's continue. Comparatives or comparison. Para un niño de 5 años lee y escribe muy bien. So you wouldn't normally think of a 5-year-old as being able to read and write very well. But if you compare that 5-year-old to somebody who can read and write well, then you use para for that. So it's almost like that comparison, okay, you're comparing A to B on a straight line. Para un niño de 5 años, lee y escribe muy bien. Toward. Here, you want to arrive at a destination. So here it's el parque. So you're here, and you could say Juan o Guillermo, Maria, camina al parque. And point B is the park. So you start here, and that's your destination. So once again, para is a destination. Okay, that's a very important word when you're using por and para. Okay, and so think of, when you're thinking of para, think that it's pointing to something. Let's move on to por. There's another acronym for por. It's attracted. And that's going to mean It's going to mean around a place, through a place, reason, after, as in going to get something, cost, thanks, exchange, and duration. Now, por is a process. So para was the destination. Por is going to be the journey. So it's the process. It's something that involves doing something, maybe an exchange. Well, let's take a look at a couple of examples. So here, for example, we have hay un banco por aquí. Right. So you want to go to the bank. And it is your destination, but you are looking for the bank. And so you're here. There's your destination. Although you don't know where the bank is, it could be anywhere around here. So there's not a straight line there. So you ask somebody, is there a bank around here? Hay un banco por aquí? Not in a specific location on a straight line, but around here. Through. So you're at home and you want to go to school. And there's a park in the way. So your process or your journey is going to go through the park, and then your destination is school. So therefore we use por in that situation. Yo camino por el parque. And then you could say para llegar a la escuela, and that's your final destination. Next, reason. ¿Por qué llegaste tarde? Por el tráfico. Okay, once again, you're at home. Here's point A. Here's point B. And you were late. Well, why were you late? Oh, el tráfico. So there was traffic. So that's part of your journey. It's part of your process. It's not your destination. And that's why you're going to use por in that situation. After. After as in going to get something, usually used after the verb ir. Okay, once again, point A, point B. So, you want to go to the supermercado and you need some bread and milk. You start at point A and then you pick up the bread and milk. So that's part of your journey, part of your process. And let's say you're going to take it to a friend's house. So, voy por el pan y leche y voy para la casa de mi amigo. So he or she might be on the receiving end of that milk and bread. Cost. Pagué 20 euros por esta chaqueta. So I paid 20 euros for this jacket. And notice, there's not a straight line there. Not one direction. It is going to go in two directions. So you paid the 20 euros, and then you got the jacket. Okay. Chaqueta. And so there's an exchange there. Therefore, we use por. Next. Gracias por, gracias por, gracias por. Okay, you'll never say gracias para. Use gracias por because you're thanking somebody for a certain process. For example, in this case, it would be the help. Gracias por la ayuda. Exchange. Quiero cambiar estos zapatos rojos por esos azules. Notice, once again, we have an exchange. There's not one direction. It's not one destination. So we are going to use por with that. And finally, duration. He vivido aquí por más de 10 años. So I've lived here for more than 10 years. Now, you living somewhere is a process. And it's part of your journey. So therefore, you're going to use por in that situation. He vivido aquí por más de 10 años. Okay, muchachos, I hope that helps you understand the differences between por y para. Es todo por hoy. Muchas gracias.